Welcome everybody to another edition of Blacks in Motion right here at Black Video News at 8. And as always, it's your sports guy Cliff here giving you the hottest news in sports out there right now. And this week, I want to talk about a few things. But first, I want to talk about National Signing Day. That's right, this past week, the best football recruits out there came out and told us where they're going to be playing ball for the next few years. But there's one program I do want to highlight from that day, and that's the University of Texas Longhorns. Now, we all know who the coach is. That's Charlie Strong. Now, a lot of people didn't like when he was hired there. Even some of the most renowned alumnus, they were saying, oh, he's not good, and he can't possibly coach the Longhorns. But this is one thing you have to understand about college coaching. The big leg of it is recruiting. When you build a program, you are literally building a program. So if you come take one over, you're playing with a team that really isn't yours. Don't mean that the talent not good. It's just guys that you have not handpicked. So this was actually the first time that Charlie Strong really got in there on the recruiting trail, and he even made some personnel changes within the coaching staff to help support his recruiting, and it paid off well. You know, at the beginning of the morning, they start off with a 35th ranked recruiting class, and they ended the day in some polls as high as number 10. That's right, a top 10 recruiting class. And they did that by getting some really good players. One, probably the highest rated player, was safety Brandon Jones. This guy was the number one rated safety on a lot of polls. This guy's going to come in. He was originally committed to Texas A&M, but now he said, hey, let's ride burnt orange with the Longhorns. Now, the other two guys that headline this class are Eric Fowler and Jeffrey McCullough. Both are linebackers. But why are they so excited? They add two more pieces to already a very good young linebacking core featuring Malik Jefferson there with the Longhorns. And they are possibly going to be the best young linebacking core in the nation next year. So look for the Longhorns to go ahead and make some strides and do better than the last couple of seasons. Now, since we're talking about Texas college football, that lends me to my next topic. And really, I want to talk about one player, an ex-Aggie, Johnny Manziel. Now, look, I'm not here to bash Johnny Manziel, but I was somebody that always said, look, you know, his set of skills may have been good enough to win the Heisman in college, but I don't know if they're going to translate well to the NFL. So he already had an uphill battle. And everybody know that Johnny Football is Johnny Football, and he has a lot of personality. But did we know that that young man had a lot of demons in his regular life? Because now that seems to catch more headlines than his football skills. And now we have his father coming out saying that he doesn't want to go to rehab. We have his agent publicly coming out and severing the professional ties between the two, saying he doesn't want to represent Johnny anymore. What is going on? Now, yes, Cliff over here at Blacks in Motion, we have a little sympathy for Johnny Manziel. We wish nothing but the best for the young man. But if you ask me, we're looking at a personality that comes from an affluent background with a great sports skill, and now he's just taking advantage of all his fame and all of the things that are lent to him for being that famous person. But let me tell you something. If you don't have it together in the background and you don't take care of yourself, it doesn't matter what you're able to do on a football field, in front of a TV screen, anything. It doesn't matter because it will all fall apart. So like I said, we hope that Johnny Manziel gets it together. And the only thing I'll say after that is, Jerry Jones, please do not think about signing Johnny Manziel to the Cowboys. Don't do it. I want to continue to be a fan. Now, moving on, since we are in the NFL now, like I told you last week, I'm going to finally give you my points prediction, my score of the Super Bowl that's coming up with Super Bowl 50. That's right, the Carolina Panthers and Denver Broncos are going to be duking it out this Sunday. And yes, last week I did my 5-category breakdown, 5 phases of the game. I gave 3 checks to the Panthers, 2 checks to the Denver Broncos. So I already predicted that the Panthers were going to win, but I'm going to tell you the score now. And I'm going to say this. A lot of people feel like that game is going to be very, very close. I think it will be at least through the first half and part of the third quarter. But I think the defense of the Denver Broncos is going to slowly break down, and Cam Newton's going to have his way. So go ahead and look for a decisive victory to the tune of 38-17 in favor of the Panthers. Hey, I'm going to take it. Oh, here's a little cherry on top. Super Bowl MVP, Cam Newton. dabbing on them boys. He's going to get the Super Bowl MVP. Watch and listen to what Cliff say. Now, hey, you might think my prediction is totally wrong. You might think that UT is still going to have problems in their college program. Maybe you believe that Johnny Manziel deserves a third, fourth, fifth, I've lost count, whatever chances. Either way, I want to hear from you. Contact me, cliff@blackvideonews.com. Always check like on the comments box and leave your comments under this video, but stay logged on and always love us right here at Blacks in Motion.